All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your cool down Thursday edition. Now, I have done two videos on Dijonai Carrington, and it just seems like every time she does something, it's never for the good. It's always for the bad. In this latest edition, she has seemed to find herself in the media again with another flagrant foul on Skylar Diggins against the Seattle Storm a couple of nights ago. But the thing about it is that the WNBA rescinded her favorite fouls. And I think all of them, the ones that she has committed this season. But that sends a bad sign to the league. That sends a bad sign to any player because you allow Caitlin Clark flagrant foul to stick, but then you blatantly see that Dijonai Carrington is hitting these players in the head. She's not going after the ball. She's swatting, she's chucking them down, she's physically gouging eyes. She gouged Jessica Shepard's eyes over there in Minnesota. We seen what she did against Caitlin Clark last year. You seen what she did in Rival this year, this past summer. This past early year. So, and for the WNBA to rescind her favorite fouls, that just shows how poor the league is. And I do remember her being on Angel Reese podcast because she is some kind of representative of the WNBA and if they are behind this to rescind her flagrant fouls, then that's a bad look, man. You cannot do something like that. You cannot take away flagrant fouls when you see it's deliberately, and people sit here and say, well, I don't think she's doing it intentionally. Well, she may not do. If you feel like she's not doing it intentionally, then why do she feel like it need to be justified? Because you don't see LeBron James when he chased down somebody that they get knocked down. Somebody posted on X that they showed a clip of Lexi Hall chasing down somebody, and Lexi Hall literally hit the ball and the person fell down. Dijonai Carrington do not go after the ball. She's just trying to make a big splash play to get a highlight reel so she could celebrate her little seatbelt celebration. But guess what? It's not going in her favor. Just play basketball. Just do the things that you need to do, without having to injure somebody. Skylar Diggins could have easily been injured on that play. And what would they do? So now you take away flagrant fouls and a person's laying down there hurt. And what if Skylar Diggins couldn't get out? What if Skylar Diggins could not come back in the game? What would you do? So I have a solution to this. Well, before I give you my solution, here's a clip so y'all could really see what um that Dirty Mustard has done.
Stretches of games. Wins the tip. Diggins, who's still fast, gets down the floor, buries it, draws the foul, but is shaken up.
Now, when she caught up to Skylar Diggins, she touched her on the back, kind of like use her back as leverage. And then she jumped up and swatted with two hands down. Now she was directly over her back. She wasn't from the side. She didn't make a play on the ball. She literally swatted down on her. Again, I'm gonna show you.
Stretches of games. Wins the tip. Diggins, who's still fast, gets down the floor, buries it, draws the foul, but is shaken up.
You tell me. That's intentional because she didn't make no play on the ball. None whatsoever. She didn't make no play on the ball. She literally just jumped up, swatted down with two hands. Who needs two hands to block a shot? Tell me, who needs two hands to block a shot? We have seen people chase down blocks. We have seen how you could come at an angle to chase down blocks. We could see how if you can't block the shot, Skylar Diggins is on this side with the ball. Dijonai is directly behind her, and you jump up and knock her down. But again, she took the X to plead her case, said, y'all fans swear I'm such a dirty player. I'm so over this narrative because if you really knew B-ball, you know I just play hard as and never give up on the play. And yep, we challenged the last couple of flagrants and got them rescinded because I'm always trying to make a play on the ball. None more, none less. Now, first of all, you're supposed to be a graduate from Stanford, and your broken English is so bad. Your grammar is so bad. And you post this up on X looking like a straight clown. And she's proud to put this up and say, oh, the last couple of flagrant fouls was challenged and rescinded because I always make a play on the ball. You ain't making a play on the ball. You're intentionally hurting a person. And then you got another flagrant foul where you literally gouge somebody in the eye. Come on, man. See, me personally, this is what I would do if I was a referee in the game. Since flagrant foul ones can be rescinded, then I start looking at the flagrant fouls as a flagrant two, where she gets tossed out the game. See, if you're going to rescind the flagrant ones, then I look at the severity of it. If a person laying down and they hurt and they can't, and it takes them a while to get up, guess what? I would assess it to a flagrant two, have her kicked out the game, and if she keeps doing it, have her kicked out the game again. And guess what? Then she can't get them rescinded because then she's gone for that whole game. She can't play. She can't play. And then she hurts her team. And then that'll wake her up. So you got to send a clear message to her because now she feels like, oh, if I do it again and I get another flagrant foul, says, oh well, we're gonna challenge it, and then guess what? I'm gonna get it taken away. It's not gonna be enough because if you, I don't know how many flagrant fouls you could amount up to get suspended or get fined. And that's probably what it is because I think she done had what two so far, and this probably would be the third one. And they know that a suspension could be warranted for her. So they challenge it. See, that's bad business. And this is why a lot of people frown down on the WNBA because they do shady business. You protecting a player that who's clearly is dirty. And I'm not going to be afraid to call it out. I don't want to see dirty basketball. It's already crazy enough that y'all want to promote physicality in a league that y'all ain't really physical. You're just playing dirty. That's not basketball. Nobody wants to see people getting. If you chase down and got a clean block, then and she fell down, then that's different. But you literally launch yourself up in the air and swat it down with two hands. So every time she comes up on a highlight reel, I'm going to highlight how dirty she is. And if people continue to put content out on her and show how dirty she is, I'm sure well, that's wishful thinking. Sorry, because I don't think the WNBA is going to do anything. But if I was a referee, me personally, I'll take it upon myself. The next time she does something like that, and the person is hurt down there, I would look at it as a flagrant two, have her kicked out the game, and guess what? Then, then that'll send a message to her. See, she need to be kicked out of the game a couple of times for it register through her pea brain skull that you cannot play like that. You could play the game without being that reckless. She's being completely irresponsible, completely reckless, and she doesn't care. That's the thing about it. She doesn't care at all. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Until the next episode, you know what it is, because if you don't know, now you know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it. So official, like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports and entertainment. Let's go.